Start streaming. Okay, I'm starting streaming on.
Calm down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool. Could be anything in the world, but I can never be you. Because I head tied like I'm on my tiptoes. Baby, you think a little too small. I got big goals, baby. Ain't where the money at. Look, I just need the info. Pronto, I go and get it and split it with my kinfolk daily. I ain't surprised at all. Seen them rise and fall. Went up the mountain, it wasn't hard to climb at all. Don't mess up the mood. Yeah. Don't mess up the mood. Yeah. You need it, so please don't mess up the mood. Oh, it's so crucial, I gotta keep it. It's in the air, it's everywhere. No, it's not a secret. And I bet they didn't think that I'd ever get it. Everything you done, I get it. The life you're dreaming, I live it. And I'm coming in how you better get out the kitchen. Yeah, I could make a hit on whatever you bitchin'. Baby, let me fill up whatever you missing. Know you like it up at the top. It's a better view, in it. I'm not surprised at all. No it. Hey, what you need? Come on, just pay the fee. I supply it all. Went up the mountain and it wasn't hard to climb at all. At the top, I found some relief. You see, so please don't miss up the mood. Yeah.
Got no guitar, got a fine cigar. Slow down a bit, get a lit and let the blues lay where they are. Cause the blues some days, they won't let go. They won't let go. But it's Saturday, we're at the shop today. Let's celebrate. Light up an anime, raise a toast, watch the blues go up in smoke. Watch the blues go up in smoke.
Hang on. Boom. Hang on.
What?
Good morning.
Good
It's
morning.
Saturday.
At the
Hang on.
shop.
But we're not live here. Ronnie, let's go. Hit it. You ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1. We are going live this morning.
You didn't even get the goddamn labs, man.
Oh, yeah, I got him.
God damn it. Good morning. It's Saturday.
And it's at the shop. And I'm going to tell you something. Time flies when you're preparing for an epic adventure
Let me be-
into broadcasting.
Let me be real clear, okay?
Yeah, why don't you?
There
be
was
clear?
plenty of time to get ready for this.
Well,
Okay, and here you are. Here you are. Good morning, my sweetheart. Ale Flakes is in. We got a good show for us today. You actually wrote the script, so you're going to be doing a lot of the heavy and carrying today.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
ready?
sure, yeah.
On today's show, since you got these all stacked in, I'm going to have to go bong,
Show product is arriving now.
bong.
Cars and cigars.
That was a headline? Jesus
Yeah.
H. Bong.
Hey, ICC's all the talk in Germany today.
That is true. Bong.
Madrid to Frisco. Mark your calendars.
And bong.
That's all I got.
That's all we got.
Yeah,
okay.
that's all we got. And I need to pull up the Facebook so I can monitor our stuff, and I don't have that airplane. Go ahead and talk.
Okay, folks, good morning to all of you. Good morning, thank you. This is Saturday at the shop. That's Pops. He's the most prepared one of all of us. Doesn't have coffee, doesn't have jack squat, doesn't have a script for us. But today, on Saturday at the shop, this is our regularly scheduled get-together. Once a week, we come together, Pops and I. At the end, let me just put this out there. This is why we do Saturday at the shop. because I care for all of you. We genuinely care for all of you who are watching. But I don't really care if you watch, because this is just a time for Pops and I to smoke a cigar and be around great people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of take that part back and not really caring, but we're going to do this whether you're watching or not. And I appreciate you coming in. I mean, we got Cigars and Guns. We've got Tim Flores Elite Weapon Solutions coming in. We got something coming in over here. Good morning. If you're watching this on Facebook, give it a share, and we'll see if people watch it. We're going to keep doing this anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like there's some comments coming in. Of course, we have we have 2 producers, technically.
Yeah, to help us stay ready to go.
Yeah, and they did jack squat to help us this morning stay on schedule.
Carlos in the house. Miss ICC. We miss you too as well, Carlos.
We do.
Do you want help on doing this or what?
Well, it's not screen sharing to an Apple TV because it doesn't see an Apple TV right now.
Because it's on the wrong Wi-Fi. You had plenty of time to do this. You know that, right?
Okay, yeah, here. This is like when I cut my finger off. Here, just fix it.
Okay,
we're on the show.
What are you smoking? Because we need to just start talking some cigars here, because we have great cigars in this week. I'm telling you, this is a good time.
One of the things that I would ask one of our crack producers, or Ron, who's on crack, is if he could get us a lighter. That would be a really, really big starter.
Perfect.
Right behind you. Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go. There
Thank
you go.
So what I'm smoking is the remnants of the ICC house stick that you were kind enough to give me as part of our new series, I believe, in Satswatch.
Satswatch.
So for those of you that watch our show on Tuesday night, Cigar Talk Live.
Yep, that's exactly right.
There is 3 great questions that are asked of all unknowing guests. One of them is do you believe in Sasquatch? Well, this morning Brandon was talking about Satswalk, and it all hit me that I believe.
You believe?
I believe in Satswatch.
I believe in Satswatch. When I look at your style on the Satswatch,
I have a lot of style.
It popped out of nowhere. I think it's the new Chris. I got it up here. I think it's the new G'day Mate. You know, and that reminds me. Just let us know where you're tuning in from. We've got Chris Thomas, who brought these in from a foreign land of McKinney last night.
G'day, mate.
Please remind me what these are. I know feel heavy these marshmallows are.
Yeah,
I think they're infused with bourbon. No. It's got booze in it, man.
Well, how many do you have to eat to get hammered?
Well, I'll see if it's one. Thank
but
you.
Let's add the now trademarked entry, which is if you are coming to us from a foreign country like Chicago, let us know, and we will say good morning to you in your native tongue.
Andrew,
and you will think you're talking to somebody at the post office.
What in the hell is this? Smell that. Andrew Franks is watching.
Who?
Andrew Franks.
Andrew Franks.
Andrew Franks. His brother's a professional golfer.
Yeah, there's a Franks guy that's, I guess, an average golfer, but Franks is
way better.
Way better. Yeah.
Ooh, these are mint with other. What else is in this?
So we have people coming in. When I said if you're coming to us from a foreign country,
not
like Chicago, we have one that's just out in the country.
Out in the country.
Yeah, so we're not sure what country that is, but we're going to go ahead and say good day, mate. That's pretty much generic.
Can we excite somebody here real quick and see what I stumbled in on?
Do whatever you want to do.
So I walk in the humidor to find something to smoke. I went in immediately. I actually went to sleep thinking I'm smoking a Principal this morning. So excited to smoke a Principal, and that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to smoke this Aviator Brindille here in a second. But then I walk into the vault.
This.
And in the vault, I find a couple boxes of the Patoro Terre Blanche White Label Lancero.
That were gone.
That you didn't tell me that we're in, that we only have 4 boxes of. So let me just say this. This is a perk of the show. If you're watching this, you get to see before everyone else. Go ahead and go to industrialcigars.co and buy some, because legitimately, they're on.
I understand that all of them are on, and I haven't got a box yet.
Hey, will you pull a box off the top and just put that for the shop?
Yes. All right.
Okay, so we have 3 boxes.
I was starting to get nervous.
No. That was going to be an issue.
We're a caring, sharing family. But when it comes to making mistakes, the mistakes of getting some of these amazing cigars and then we forget to take some for ourselves. Here's the poetic justice behind this. When Pablo, who is one of the owners of Petoro, was in,
Yep.
we had 48 boxes of each. We were the global release. I had a conversation with the other owner, Patrick Martin, this week, and he was talking about how all of Europe is pissed off at him because he launched this cigar in the United States, not in Europe, the whole thing. Great long story. Anyway, when Pablo was here, he took 5 boxes with him. Then Mike slipped up and told me that 4 of them are still there, so I bought them back.
You're kidding me.
No. No. So
Okay, so this is not available. Thank you.
this box is not available.
We're learning from our mistakes here, and that will be part of the Frakes family. Yeah, that is the Frakes family box.
Number 1 cigar this year in ICC's top 25, and it is as a Lancero. I mean, I love the kind of Toro Plus, but that Lancero is something else.
You know what? I just saw a squirrel, and I'm going to run with it. Stick
Do it.
with me, okay? This week we met with Woodford Reserve, and we were speaking with Drew Estate. We'll see if they can step up. If
They
you're
will.
watching, Ryan, step it up. Let's go.
No, yeah, I'm sure Jonathan Drew and all those guys understand.
Okay.
There are no retailers in the country that are going to do an event the size of the Derby.
So, and maybe they'll do an event the size, but not of this
Anybody
quality.
can put a couple of tents up in a
Not of
parking
this quality.
lot.
So
Yeah.
we spoke with Woodford. How about this for stepping up this year? Here is just a snapshot of what the Derby event on May 7th from just one of our partners is going to include. 2 bars staffed with all 5 SKUs of Woodford. Also 2 pre-mixed draft cocktails, free to you for coming. It will include, they're actually bringing in a decorator to decorate the entire building with roses.
Roses.
They are throwing in a $1,000 mint julep cup, handmade again.
The Woodford Pavilion, 600 square foot outdoor pavilion.
Yep, the Woodford Lounge will be in the back. That will also be manned. They're giving us a special allocation of a commemorative bottle of their Double Oak, so that's going to be part of the kit.
They're going to have a mobile engraver here engraving the bottles.
Yeah. I know that there are some other things in there.
There's other things that
Oh,
the box,
and the julep mix, because we're going to sweet.
That's no. I mean, we can
No,
say
no,
that.
let's-
No. We can say that. But I will
with
say
you.
this: whomever the cigar sponsor is, and right now it is Drew Estates, and those guys are going to do what they got to do to step up at the Woodford level. But there will be a mint julep cigar, commemorative cigar for that event. Only place on the planet you will get that.
That's just one of the things. I was speaking with Chris Thomas yesterday. Chris Thomas, Photo Booth 360, Photobomb 360.
Coolest thing ever.
Okay, he's in.
Awesome.
So get this. Last year, the public lounge was a cool standing room only. We had some music in here. We're going to change it up this year. This entire public lounge is going to be different scenes for photo sections. You'll have a rose booth. You'll have, greenery with a neon sign. We're working through all of that. But everywhere you look in here is going to be a different area for you to take photos.
That's awesome.
I can't wait for that. Also,
Then I think you get
What's
a
up,
chance
Marcos?
to try your luck at Chuck and Dice. Mm-hmm. Play a little bit of blackjack. Play a little bit of poker. We're going to set up a casino in the back.
Yep.
We're going to count on, I hope, Mark Sheeran to pull up his 26-footer.
Yep.
And cook some of the best barbecue you've ever had in your life.
And here's where it's going to be different globally from last year, is we're going to keep the ticket price down by doing certain things like if you want a kit, you can basically build your own kit as you
Right.
get into that. You
Right.
can buy the liquor on site, not from us, but from a liquor distributor who's licensed and has the permit for it.
Right.
You can purchase from them. You can purchase cigar kits. If you want more cigars that are for the event, you can buy more cigars.
If you just want an allocated bottle of Woodford and you're not a cigar smoker, you're not going to have 3 cigars and not know what to do with it. We're going to make sure that you got plenty of cigars. So The event right now is slated. We had 140 people last year. I can't imagine any of those 140 not wanting to come back this year. That's the baseline.
Yep.
And how many people have seen the pictures, seen the magazines that we were in, seen all of those things, and better yet, instead of just waiting for the pictures to show up in Cigar Snob magazine like they did last year, how about you get a chance to meet Jamie, one of the owners of Cigar Snob, while she is here on site and making sure that this event is covered.
Which reminds
in a major
me,
way.
we got to connect with her and buy her flight so she can.
Yeah, easy.
Regardless, our target number we want to hit is 300 individuals. I think that's a very safe number for us to achieve this year. We don't have what the world situation was last year, and the event's going to be better, and it will be a little bit more affordable for people to come in.
Right.
We're trying to keep our costs down, bring in some corporate sponsorship to offset that, to make it so that you as a participant pays a little bit less but has different opportunities to go through.
Hey, Rob, are you coming to the Derby event?
Oh, yeah.
How about you guys?
You coming?
Right there, that's 4. We're
5,
on our way.
6.
6. My wife's going to come 7.
Let's not count on Eric.
How about let's also talk about this? We're also very excited about the fact that this year's charity feed that's going to benefit is close to home. It is Spay It Forward, Texas, and it is going to be a dog-friendly event.
Dress up your dogs.
And dress up your dogs.
Yes. I am excited about that.
Yes.
Picture a little like Chihuahuas with like the whole deal on the side.
I'm bringing claws.
Yeah, it's a dog-friendly
It'll be
area.
a dog-friendly event, and there will be a charity that will go off, and all of the proceeds will go to Spay It Forward, Texas. That is a charity near and dear to our heart that pays to spay and neuter dogs and cats for people that can't afford it.
If I can just go ahead and throw my bet down on Havana to win the dog fight, though. I think
No
she's got
doubt.
the tournament.
No doubt.
I
Are we
think
gonna advertise dog fighting, or should we just make that just something that happens naturally?
I think we'll just let it happen. We'll let that play through. But regardless, look, there is already a ton of work going into this now for a May event. This will be a tremendous event. There is no bullshit marketing about that. There will be a lot of marketing about the event. But this will truly be an event, and really the first time this year we've said you need to be at this event.
Yeah, this is just from a attendance standpoint will be 3 times larger than Halloween, and Halloween is by far our biggest event. This will
That's
be
the target.
3x
We need,
larger.
and we need all your help. We need you to come in, be a part of it. We've got some really unique things on the horizon, and a lot of things that are happening right now. And you will start to see these things start popping up and coming to fruition over the next couple of weeks. It takes a long time to do it right.
Don't hesitate on tickets. It is. Have we ever had an event that has had 6 to 8 weeks of pre-ticket sales, and ever not had an event where somebody's calling going, "Hey man, I just wanted to get those tickets. I know the shows. I know the event's tomorrow. Can you get me in?"
So there has never been that event. There's always been an event where people want that favor. Now, where everyone who's here and watching gets the advantage is on February 22nd on Cigar Talk Live. That's a Tuesday. We'll go live probably at 8 o'clock. That is when we're going to release the early bird tickets. You're going to take advantage of much less expensive tickets before we really figure out what these cost and before they shoot through the roof. Lock those in. It's a limited number of early bird tickets. Watch the show and that's when it will go live. It's only going to go live for 24, 48 hours, and then it's shutting off until we get everything figured out. So take advantage of that. It's going to be worth it. Just snag it up. And that's the 22nd. That's Tuesday, and we're going to actually have Alex Batista and or Rodney Smith on Cigar Talk Live with us. So that'll be a great event.
So I just thought we would stop and take a second here real quick and just acknowledge some of the fine folks that have decided to get out of bed. I guess if they were here last night for the bottle share karaoke event that we had last night, it sounded like it was fun. I did not make it.
What's that guy saying on your speed? I can't see it.
So we got Brian McGee. Brian McGee is currently making Texas Twinkies for people that want to get them for the Super Bowl.
That is brilliant.
We have Johnny Goodner, who should be here, but he's not. That I'm going to hold against him for a while. We got Chris.
Does that
Thomas,
say anniversary
Pennington.
follower?
Did it say what?
What is an anniversary follower? Top fan. We got some top fans in.
That's Maggie. Maybe today's like her 2-year anniversary of following us.
We're getting close.
Something like that. So of course Sam is in. We just say hi to everybody. Sean Ratz is in. Andrew Franks is in.
Oh man,
Yeah.
RJ they call him.
RJ, yeah. RJ Nichols.
Okay, so hang on. Can we just tell that story? It has nothing to do with it, but it's important to the family, and it's important that we all call Andrew RJ from here on out. Okay. He's not going to take it well, but just know he appreciates it.
To come up and start a big fight with you.
So here's what happened. We go to Elkhorn High School up in Omaha, Nebraska, and this small little Class B school has produced something like 60 NFL players.
Well, your team, their JV and varsity team total is 60 players.
60 players.
And you guys in your class had 3 guys go to the NFL.
Yeah, this was a serious. We had a 4-year. I played next to a 4-year starter at Notre Dame. We had something like, 8 D1 players at this, right? But then we also had people who were not D1 players. One kid's name, and I'm sorry if you're watching, but to hell with it. His name is RJ Nichols. He once stabbed himself with a pencil in the eye.
Yeah, they called him Patches for a while because he had a big old patch.
But it was to a point where he also wore number 75
Because they had everybody that was ever going to play football on the team had a uniform, and then they had like one extra jersey. Here, give that to RJ.
Okay, so
it happened to be number 75 as well as Andrew Frank.
So Andrew's their team is playing what was a nationally ranked team, Millard South at the time, and they were a division above.
Yep.
And they came into Elkhorn. Andrew makes this great stick. He's playing D-line, steps back and sees the screen, and as they throw the screen, he tips the ball up to himself, picks it off, takes it about 65 yards, pick 6
to the house.
Outruns all of these top guys.
Yeah,
puts on
0
the
to 60
burner.
in 30, 40 seconds.
And then what happens is this is the play that changes the game. They beat this nationally ranked team.
Yeah.
And then the next day, right in the Omaha World Herald, all the
Picture of
glory,
Andrew running down on his run. 75 chucking it.
RJ Nichols interception for a touchdown beats Millard South. And so to this day, I think you still have him as RJ Nichols in your phone.
When he calls me, it says RJ Nichols.
That has nothing to do with the shop, but everything to do with the family.
He is so pissed off at you right now, he can't even see straight.
Well, yeah,
That's awesome.
but it's important for all of us to know.
Queen Bee just woke up. For Christmas, we got a sleep number bed, and her sleep number is about 11:30 in the morning.
Ooh.
That's when she decides to roll
That's
out.
the number?
That's the sleep number, 11:30 a.m. So the dogs are usually scratching her to go, hey, can we have lunch?
Good morning for everyone who's coming in and joining us. Great morning. I tell you what, for as scrambled as we were at the beginning, I think the fact that we weren't here last night makes it so we're pretty fresh this morning.
Really fresh. My sleep number was dead nuts on last night, so it was good. I think the Queen Bee might still be belching up some of the yellow curry roll that she used in her Thursday Size Matters show. There's multiple reasons to watch Size Matters. This show on Thursday night that the Queen Bee, my wife, runs is awesome. And she had Rhonda on here, she is a fire plug. But they do this segment at the end called Dare to Pair. And it's gotten progressively more interesting. Pickles, hot dogs,
Deviled
deviled eggs, which are things you can get down. But she goes in and buys basically look like a tortilla with baby shit in it. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
It was yellow curry chicken with sweet pickles. And they went in and did it twice. And I literally thought this was going to be an episode of, what was that, Fear Factor? Where these
yeah.
I thought it was going to be an
vomiting on
episode of that.
Well,
Dare to Pair.
I tell you, that needs to be its own small segment. That is great YouTube content. We've got to shoot those Dare to Pair. Just a little quick 3 to 5 minute.
I thought there was going to be a mass refund going on that particular section. It was tough to watch.
Let's talk about some of the cigars that have come into the humidor this week.
Yeah.
I saw Nathan in there just stressing yesterday, going, I don't know where I'm going to put all these things. Because
Yeah, we may have to. we very rarely, if ever, do what we call a clearance sale. But we have some stuff that's been kind of dragging around for about 6 months. It might be time to flush the toilet on that because we have a lot of new stuff coming in.
What if we did it like the Dusty 20, or we could do something like
if it's got a little dust on it, it might be time to go.
the Dusty 20 or the Dirty 30.
I like it.
And we could do those.
Let's make it available online so people can take advantage of that.
I could create a category for that once we put that together. But it'll be a good opportunity to have well-aged cigars. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, we'll have to tiptoe through that because some manufacturers only allow you to do a 10% discount.
Gotcha.
But I don't really care. If the stuff's not selling
I don't know if you want to say
we might
that.
not need them anymore anyway. So
by the way,
we'll fix that.
Manufacturers watch this show.
Yeah, they do. They do. But if they're watching us, it's because they like us and we like them.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So
I can give you a list of guys right now that aren't watching us.
I bet you they're still watching. I bet you for sure they'll see this.
Maybe.
Hey, even
So-
the haters watch the Cowboys.
You're exactly right. More haters watch the Cowboys.
So, and of course, let's just give you guys one big old blanket. Good day, mate. Not sure exactly what country, but we are seeing a lot of activity here on the interweb.
Joe
So-
Zepper is definitely coming from
Speaking
somewhere.
of manufacturers that do like us, that kind of leads us into the what was the final point. But Oliver, our friend Oliver, is on.
2 stops Oliver's making. 2 stops Oliver has scheduled to Industrial Cigar Company.
Yes.
The first one is in April. That's April 11th, 12th, 13th. He's coming for your birthday. It was going to
coming
be a
for your-
surprise. I forgot
Jesus,
that was your
Chris.
So thanks for ruining your surprise.
Yeah.
But he's coming in, and we'll do a united kickoff event.
Nice.
And we need to connect on that in terms of cigars and guns. So we'll have them talk about what's happening at that same time.
Yeah.
And then June 3rd, Oliver will be coming in with a very special guest.
Flying directly from Madrid, Spain to DFW will be
That was-
one Nelson Alfonso, owner of Atabay, coming in for 3 days to just
That's all right.
see us.
Yeah.
Now, there was a cigar that Oliver was smoking earlier this week that he sent me a picture of. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to say that if Nelson is coming in, it would be a 4th line to the humidor.
Was
Yeah.
it that line?
Yes.
It's smokable. It's ready to go?
No, Oliver was smoking it. You tell us if it was.
Seriously?
I'm serious.
Oh, that
Oliver,
would be-
am I serious? I'm not going to give it away, but to that extent.
So we could launch it. We
It
could
would
launch
be
that.
it would be awesome if that was the case. Oliver, make that
Oliver,
happen.
do a winky emoji.
Yeah, do a winky emoji or a
Yeah.
thumbs up, or just send anything in right now, and that will confirm.
Yeah.
So, look at this. Right on time, Alba Dog's coming in saying, having my first Atabay tomorrow for the game. So here's
Great way to
here's
do
what
it.
I have to say about that. Is if the environment is right, that Atabay is going to be tremendous. If it's really loud and you got a bunch of people at your house, it might not be the perfect experience for it.
Yeah,
But if you're set up to really enjoy it and pay attention, watch that come to life.
Yeah, I think we've given this advice to many people. We've actually taken Atabays out of people's hands that were saying, yeah, I'm going to buy a really good cigar. Me and 4 buddies, we're going to sit around and drink this handle of Jack Daniels, and we're going to sit around and just chop it up. Let's don't do an Atabay for that particular event. Let's do one where you can sit down, shut it off, and get inside the cigar. So, but if you're one,
Get in there all deep
if you're
light.
in there, you're going to do it with. Get ready. Watch all the great commercials tomorrow. I hope the game is great.
It should be a fun game.
Yeah, I think so. All the playoff games were good, so I think this will be a fun one. You guys will notice I just did. A lot of people ask, do you like the straight cut, V cut, punch?
Watch it
I-
alone
I just-
in his garage, perfect with your dogs. Oh, that's going to be
Perfect.
enjoy.
So this I just cut was called I call it the Cuban cut because when I was in Cuba I didn't have a cutter. So you just go around and peel off the top cap
First,
and you're good to go.
do you just peel it right away, or do you?
No, I get my fingernail underneath it and just loosen it all the way around and then pull it
And
off.
then the second time you go through.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear about people in a pinch to do a punch, but in a pinch, I mean, actually, more often than not, I use that method, and more often than not, a lot of manufacturers use that as well. They just ring it around and score the cap line, then just pull it right off.
I was with a guy the other day that was in an utter panic because he didn't have a cutter. How am I going to smoke my cigar? He was in a panic. I'm like, hand me your cigar real quick. Watch this, and pulled it off, and he's like, "Yeah, that works perfect."
Yeah, it really does. And there's not much of a learning curve. You might ruin a cigar or two, but it's better than sticking a golf tee in the base or biting it or something like that. So we go EWS, Tim Flores coming in. I only fire up an Atabay when I need to think, reflect, and relax alone. You know, that's interesting. Yeah, you say that. Yesterday I did a little wind down in the back. You know what? This place is kick ass.
It's pretty special.
We should be customers here more often. I mean, it's a really cool place.
I have in my schedule 3 days a week to be a customer here, and everybody respects that, which is great. I don't have anybody go, "Hey, by the way, can you ring me up real quick?" It's great. We have some great people here to just sit and hang out with. By the way, I'm smoking for the first time this Plasencia 146. We have the new 149 that are on back order coming in shortly, I hope. But this is the Connecticut organically grown, if I remember right.
I think that's the Alma del Campo.
Oh, you're correct.
I think that's the one, and it's good. It's got a little bit of we don't have that in. I'm glad we're bringing the cosechas in. It reminds me a lot of the original Cavalier White Label. Really smooth, really nice. Now, I don't know how that's changed.
There's no spice, there's no pepper. I would get this for somebody that wants medium light with their foot firmly on the light side of the fence. This would be a great cigar for, like, if women want something that's not going to be really peppery or aggressive. This is a perfect cigar.
I'll tell you.
Here, try that.
Try that Brindillo. I'm smoking an Aviator Brindillo, and I couldn't be happier with it.
Everything principle's good, right? It's very
That's
approachable.
better than I remember that, but it's got good depth, good ring to it. Ooh, I'm gonna smoke a lot of those.
Very
Ooh.
approachable.
That's better than I rememred it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm good. And then
it's got that little citrus to it.
So the new 149 that's coming out is this blend with a San Andreas.
Oh, it's San Andreas, and it's a real oily San Andreas.
Yeah.
That thing, I was thinking that was some sort of Oscuro or something that's in that range, but it looks really pretty. Let's talk about next week. Next week is Cars and Cigars.
Yeah.
Now, this month, I went ahead and got the park up front set much earlier. I actually did it last month.
Okay.
I'm watching these cars come in, and this is going to be one of the better shows we've had in recent history.
Really?
I mean, it's the threshold. We've got a 1956 Corvette that's in. We have a brand new Viper. We've got a Ford GT. We've got this really cool looking Lamborghini. I mean, there are a lot of serious cars and good range too.
Nice.
There's even, as much as I'm not a Mustang guy, there's a beautiful looking Mustang coming, more modern style. This is really going to be a good show. That'll kick off at 9:30 next week, and it looks like it's going to be nice and warm for it.
Good. Well, let me brag about my muscle car prowess, my knowledge of muscle cars. We used to have a muscle car museum, and we've been to many auctions. And this year, I see we'll sit here, smoke cigars, watch Barrett Jackson, and guess what the cars are going to go for?
Yeah, it's like Price is Right.
Yeah. Of course, I dominate against these guys because they have no clue.
Yeah.
So a thing pops up right before the Scottsdale auction that's a fantasy bid, and they pop up 12 cars, and you enter in what you think the cars are going to sell for. And I don't know how many people entered it, but I won. And so for winning, we get a $5,000 trip to a racing school. So happy birthday to my son.
Well, thank you.
He wants to get into racing, so he's going to go do that. But I was shocked. I got the email and I thought, this is spam.
I was shocked you just gave it to me.
And I'm like, who is this? And then the gal says, I'm sending it from my personal email in case it didn't come through. I'm like, what is this? They're going to ask me for my social security number, which of course you give that to anybody that calls.
Oh, yeah. I usually do that. I've changed where I only give it to African princes who need some help. I really like helping them out.
And see, what I've done is I've stopped giving cash, and I go get them Amazon gift cards.
Yeah, or Walmart gift cards.
Yeah,
Did you hear about that couple that got busted?
Yes.
$3 billion worth of Bitcoin they're trying to cash out in $500 Walmart gift cards. Jesus H. You know what? Sean Ratz. Yeah.
Yeah, do
that. Yeah, that's good.
That makes it a lot.
yeah.
I always put your social security number in my voice.
All right, Sean Ratz has a good question. We do have a new employee roaming around. Employee is kind of a weird
It's funny
term
that people
for
already love him and are laughing at him, and they don't even know who it is.
So let's just go ahead and bring him on and talk at him for
We're
a little
gonna
bit.
share.
Look, we didn't have a script until the show started, so
Good point.
The chair's not my issue.
TV
Everyone,
way.
give it up for Ryan Megaman!
Finally,
Oh yeah, your head
the
is.
Rock has come back. Oh,
Well,
shit.
yeah. Okay, do that again. Do that again now. No, they can see. you.
Finally.
What's happening? Welcome back, man.
Thanks.
That is.
It's like home.
Well-
You just come back.
You are back.
You never,
home.
you never
Like a
really
lost
leave.
dog.
You never really leave.
Yeah.
Well, you never really left. I mean, you moved and did, or you did some other, went through some other paths on the professional career, and now we have an opportunity. We can snag you up and
Yeah.
and just show you
Of course.
how things have changed. But goddamn, good to have you back.
It just felt so natural being back here.
So you were here when we opened.
Yeah.
Now it's nearly 5 years later. What is your? Now you've been a customer here too.
Yeah.
But what's been your feeling, or what do you feel is different today versus when we were trying to figure out what the hell we were doing 5 years ago?
Just super detail oriented to making sure that the customer, that our family is comfortable.
Yeah, 100%.
To the nth degree. It's just like, it's amazing. Like just the things you notice when you're on both sides of the register, you know. Mm-hmm. So just attentive to detailedness, attentive to everyone's needs. It's great.
Well, and you were part of the first generation.
I'm a real OG.
Wait, from day,
Absolutely, day one.
You were a part of day one, right?
Day one.
Yep.
September 11th.
Yep.
Wow.
Always
you
remember.
you were here for that day when the NFLPA was in.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because
I was here for the hard hat tour. You remember that?
Oh,
my
yeah.
I was
God.
so here's my story, how I met. So I met Andrew was the first person I met
Andrew
P5.
Franks.
at P5, which
Andrew
is a
Franks.
workout facility, and I got a
RJ.
RJ.
RJ Nichols.
Okay.
Yeah.
RJ Nichols. Sorry.
You met RJ.
So RJ sent me a Facebook message inviting me to a hard hat tour. I'm like, what? It's Cigar Lounge. Come in. There's nothing on the wall. It's just beams, right?
Right.
Just beams, but you have art renderings all around every room, what every room was going to look like. And just by looking at the art renderings, I was like, okay. I go up to Andrew. I'm either going to be a member here or going to work here. So you let me know if you need anyone to work. 2 weeks later, a couple weeks later, he texts me. He's like, hey, you still want to work here? I'm like, let's go. And the rest was history.
The rest is history,
Yeah.
and you've seen a ton of change.
Seen a lot of change.
But
A lot of change, but a lot of the same values are the same. Let's let that be clear. That it's the same kind of mentality of welcome to the family has never changed.
I appreciate you saying
So
that.
that's
Yes.
why when coming back, it just felt easy coming back to,
Like a long vacation.
for sure.
Yeah, but he's always connected. For those who watch every week, I mean, he's always up at the high top here, and you've just always been connected with it and get to see it. So
For sure.
it's exciting. And you're going to be on more of a part-time role in the evenings. When are you looking at
Probably
that?
it looks like the day shifts.
Oh,
But,
sweet.
But whenever I guess y'all need me, I'll be there.
Excellent.
Oh,
Yep.
Man, this is I
Oliver
couldn't-
says nothing better than a little mega bag.
That's it. Everyone just
Why'd
give
you
a
have to
little
put-
bit of
yeah,
thumbs up.
Why'd you have to put the little, man? Just that's messed up.
He's normal size, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on it. He's
Average plus.
average plus. Well, it's a blessing to have you back. I'm looking forward to going to the next phases with you at our
For
side.
sure, for sure.
And just-
it's really funny watching everyone as they come in that I haven't seen in a while. They're like, they look at my shirt, they look at me, and look back down at my shirt because I have the reds on, and they're like, what's going on? Is everything okay?
Did I miss a memo?
Yeah.
Yes,
And
and
they're like,
call this the memo.
yeah, bring the band back together.
The
That's
band
it.
is back.
The band is back.
You are back, man. Just thank you so much.
Of course.
This is awesome. So everyone, give it up for Ryan Maybe.
Let's talk about a couple other cigars, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in Germany. You guys already heard about the Terra Blanche.
That sounded expensive.
No, it's just an iPad. Punch 180 is a limited edition cigar from Punch, and they've got a new one coming out too that I was thinking about bringing in. But I have not had it, but there are some people that are really singing in high praises. So a little bit larger cigar. This is going to get you through the first half of the Super Bowl for sure.
Okay.
One of my favorites is back in the barn, and that is Superfly from Oscar Valedares. Superflies are in 3 different shapes, plus the Connecticut Corona. They arrived yesterday. Part of Nate's panic yesterday of that, and Bandolero's being back in the house. Adame's back in the house. A lot of people were obviously waiting for them because we've sold through a ton of them. And then one cigar that I think is officially in the Double Dog Dare You category, which is the Firewalker.
Yeah. For those who are familiar with the previous Mortal Coil,
Mortal Coil was an ass kicker, but this cigar, look how dark that is in the foot.
That thing is darker than the wrapper.
Packed.
Whoa.
So it's part of that series. This one's called Firewalker. I'm not gonna tell you I haven't smoked it yet. I'm gonna tell you I'm not gonna smoke it.
Why not?
Because Ted smoked it, and Ted can smoke like burning charcoal, and it'd be like, it's a little, on the mild side for me. He smoked this, and he came back, and how his eyes don't really look open?
Yeah,
they were open.
Damn.
And his eyes were like, hey, that Firewalker, that's no joke. I go, well, if you're saying it's no joke, he goes, no, if somebody says they want a strong cigar, dare them to smoke it. And I said, okay. So I dare you to smoke this.
So does that also have that Andullo tobacco in it?
I don't know.
So that Andullo process is really unique, and actually
looks like it.
The red label Petoro has it in there, and I always thought that.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does. But I spoke with Pablo with the Andullo tobacco because they take it and they wrap it in palm leaves, right?
Right.
And it adds this other element of fermentation and aging.
They twist it into a rope, and instead of stacking it to ferment it, they twist it into a rope and put it in a palm pod and hang it for 3 years.
And it becomes extremely intense.
It looks like a bag of licorice, black licorice.
And I was surprised to find out because it's a very, very intense tobacco that they use. Well, that's the beauty of the red label Petoro, because they just use, and he said, you can just use a touch, and that's enough. And it's like just putting a little bit of salt on the steak.
Yeah.
But with that Mortal Coil, part of this, how do they say the series of this? It's the Arcana?
Arcana.
The Arcana, I believe that series uses that Andullo tobacco, but a lot of it. So it's
lot
intense.
of it. That, because in the foot of this thing, it is.
And I'll double check. Like I don't want to say anything wrong.
But it looks like the whole thing's been smoked already.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like it's been lit?
You cut it. Yeah,
it looks like it's been lit.
So for those who are just watching, if you don't know, on the outside, you're getting very little to any strength from the wrapper. You're mostly just getting flavor. If you want to evaluate the strength of a cigar, don't look at the wrapper itself. That will tell you the intensity of the flavor, but the intensity of nicotine content is generally, you can see it inside.
Yep.
And if you really want to look for a key element to it, is you'll see this little smiley face element. If you see a really dark smiley face that's really fat in there, that's generally going to tell you it's a pretty darn strong cigar.
Yeah.
Those more intense tobaccos are usually closer to black, and when they wrap those and when they actually bunch it and they fold it, it creates a little smiley face element to the end.
Right.
So if you want to look for strength, that's where you want to look, is the foot of the cigar.
So I did get Manga Bag asked what to smoke today, and he's having a Jake Wyatt Lithium. So did the Retro Hail do what I told you that it was going to do? It's like you don't feel it coming out.
Right. It's like you know what you're talking about.
Well, I wouldn't go that
You
far.
can get lucky every once in a while.
I get lucky every once in a while, but no, that cigar was designed for Retro Hail.
It truly was. I mean, it really was. A lot of cigars. I'm excited to see the Plasencia Almafuerte ship. So we've got the Hex, the Salomon, and the Toro.
Yep.
That line's getting a little bit wider with us.
Yep. Natural.
There's a line we spoke with.
Now the rest of the show is going to be in German, so go ahead.
Oh no! Well, it looks like somebody just put in a little Guten Morgen, gentlemen.
Guten Morgen.
Nah, I just made that up.
Yeah.
But what's up, Big? We spoke with German Engineered Cigars.
Yes.
Which is going to be our first release of 2022. This is a line of cigars that could potentially be one of the better cigars that we have in the
Yeah,
humidor.
I agree.
And
Unanimous with 8 evaluators.
you can get depth. You get this. For those of you who have smoked Crown Heads, for those of you who smoked Luciano stuff, you get this sense of depth. You get this balance,
Without-
the
without being
intensity.
hammered with
Oh
strength.
my God! It's you can feel a Luciano cigar.
Yeah, of course.
And with the and they're just all tremendous. But with the German Engineered Cigars, for me, it's very similar. You get a very specific fingerprint on that cigar.
Luciano saying, "What is up?"
Oh, hey, Luciano!
Right now,
What's happening?
Luciano, we're just talking about the incredible depth and the
Please keep kicking ass. I mean,
the cigars are are disruptors, as he puts it.
no, well, what's up, Luciano? That's perfect timing. The German Engineered Cigars, which are going to launch, they're sending them in. We have a couple of blends that are coming in. We're going to expand that as they start to release themselves. The Rauchvergnügen, which translates to the smoking pleasure, very much like the Vorvergnügen, gives that experience like you're driving on the Nuremberg Ring. Lots of changes, lots of turns, lots of curves, but you get the nice cedar, you get that very airy, wet, that dewy sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Very, very inviting
damp
cigars.
forest kind of thing.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And then the no name comes in a little bit lighter. In my opinion, these cigars are underpriced, but all the better. It adds more value to you. But we're going to go through and get those things launched here
Yeah,
in the next little bit.
really excited about that. We don't just add a line to fill space. We go through an evaluation process. The one that we just did after TPE, we literally had probably 30, 40 cigars sitting in the ashtray by the time it was done. First time ever, we actually brought in 4 customers, including a female. That was part of the evaluation of normally it's just me and the boys. German Engineer was the only cigar. Well, I don't want to say it was the only cigar that was a unanimous thumbs up.
We have some
We had some cigars that I had one that I was pissed that I had to smoke it because it was so bad. And then when I talked to the rep this week, they were shocked that I thought it was that bad. I go, it wasn't just me. It was a unanimous thumbs down.
Yeah, it only helps to just be honest with them.
But with Luciano in here, there was a cigar that he is suggesting for us.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're in here, but yeah, there is a cigar line that he works with and another manufacturer works with, and you can
We
tell.
found out which one he did.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah,
It was red light, green light.
You
for
should
sure.
you should convince them to do
Just do
all
their
lines
whole
with you,
line.
and then they'll be welcome to
Please,
the humidor.
yeah. Otherwise, it's a no go. But
What's up, Gary Morris?
But he did have some cigars that he gave you in a little 3-pack. That was unanimous.
Count us in on those.
Yeah,
as well.
you know what we're talking about. It's a little secret. Everybody here will benefit from that secret, but
It's like butter popcorn.
Oh, it was butter popcorn. I loved that cigar.
Oh, it was
So, yeah, it was fantastic. Really looking forward to it when we do a new line launch. We don't do it often. We did 2 lines last year. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to get on the floor, but once we build that family relationship, it's tough to get off unless you just decide to start making bad cigars.
Yeah, well, and you look at German engineer guys. I mean, they are truly engineers. And when we put down this plan in this protocol for them, you could see they were, oh my goodness, there's
Yeah.
a process. Oh, I love processes.
Yeah.
I'm in for all of
But
this.
I want to do it the German way.
I do it the German way. You threw out some jokes out there, and I was like, yep, they're German.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I threw what I thought were some really quality jokes at these guys, and it was like I was talking to engineers, maybe didn't understand English because they didn't budge.
Yep, that's well. In all fairness, Klaus is not real comfortable in English, so kind of the double meanings you were throwing around probably just didn't land.
Well, that's all right.
But importantly,
we do it the American way.
They're scheduled a couple times to come into the lounge as well.
Yeah.
It looks like they'll be in late June.
Yeah, love the commitment to fly in from Germany.
And then they're also coming back in September, October timeframe when we're going to do an Oktoberfest. event with them.
Oktoberfest. which sounds like a beer-rich event.
Oh, it's going to be Stein's.
You said you were going to get with this German brew house.
Well, I want to get with...
or a brew house that does German beer.
Yeah, the Hoppins thing out of Grapevine does an Oktoberfest beer called the 3113. It is one of the best beers I've had. It's so balanced. It's so tasty.
So we just
and with
need-
the cigar...
A metric ton of that.
When you met the guy, did you give him the...
I did.
He didn't throw the G'day mate
No,
like that.
the G'day mate to those guys might twist things in a different way. Maybe they better not watch the show.
Yours is pretty elevated. It's never
But-
above your...
It's very. This is Australian. I get higher than that, and people start getting nervous.
But I tell you what, if we get to maybe the next level of notoriety, I am thinking somewhat. I mean, if someone could try
you
to
mean
cancel,
we get outside of 50 people?
yeah, once we get
Yeah.
to that upper echelon, I think you doing the way you say "good day, mate" it kind of scares me, because if they pull like a Rogan on you and they start like just doing a compilation of you throwing that with
Yeah.
different audio on it,
Yeah.
it could look bad.
I welcome the challenge.
Yes, anyone who
Because
wants to cancel,
I
go
will
ahead.
stand on the soapbox just like Rogan is right now and get in their face.
Oh, man.
I got to lose.
Yeah, CNN cancel us, please. That'd be great publicity.
So what? They don't run an ad on CNN anymore.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Oh no, that's what we don't have the date for Oktoberfest, Larry.
It'll
but
probably be October. And Larry just moved here and get out of the snow.
it's going to be the first half of October is what it's looking like, because we don't want to slam that. We'll have golf tournament in the fall, and we will also have Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, here's my idea.
Okay.
And I want to get your feedback on
Okay.
it. But I
with
think
these guys.
But I think this is a really, really solid, different type of theme, and we'd have to figure out the name. But what I'm thinking is something along the any era in time, where you can choose any era, past, future, and find something that's in that theme. You could be Roman Emperor, you could go medieval, you could go Viking, you could be Wild West. Just find a time, and we can make all of these different rooms have different feels to it.
I'm going to go with JP as a guy that looks like he just painted his house with his hoodie on.
But that's today in time.
It is.
I would
today.
challenge you.
Oh,
to
you
maybe
want me
not,
to go a little bit further
I
back?
would challenge you to maybe not do.
I
like
think
this
he's had
one.
that for a while.
Yeah, it'd be 1994. But I think that could. That's what I'm leaning towards right now, because we've done superheroes, we've done haunted Hollywood, we've done. What else have we? Circus,
the Bride of Frankenstein,
and then this year,
comic book heroes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
all kind of blending together, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest. So we've got a lot of stuff that happens. So
Dead Circus.
we did, yep. But regardless, I'm not going to have you just sit here and try to watch me think of things in the past, because that's just not good content. But I think it's probably time to do our final segment.
I agree with that.
And I think this is a segment that we bring in to really put a cherry on top of our show.
He is a cherry.
He's a real cherry. He's a gem.
He's a fruit.
Well, don't say it like that. He's armed. He can hear you right now.
I don't think so.
And this segment is What You Packing.
English is his second language.
Everyone give it up for Adrian Bruno! What's up, dog?
Why'd you
Good
throw the
morning.
Mexican? Yeah.
Well, it was kind of a Comanche Mexican.
Yeah.
Good
I
day.
wanna make sure that
Good
you-
day to all of our friends in North Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Comanches were in the South, though.
Well, I don't know which
Isn't
one.
that what the
I don't know
Texas
which
Ranger-
reservation they
Isn't that
were
what
on.
the Texas Rangers were created?
I don't know which casino they own.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Too
What's
soon.
up? What's up,
Too
Adrian?
soon.
Guys, good to be here.
Back from the Gundies, or back
next
from
week.
SHOT Show and going to the Gundies.
Yeah, Gundy's is next week. Unfortunately, so I'll miss the Cars and Cigars, but I always hate to miss that. It's such a great event.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work. But you're going to the Gundies now. What for those people who are watching and don't know what that is? What exactly are the Gundies?
Yeah, the Gundy's is a firearm-specific award ceremony show, and it's held in Uvalde, Texas, at this awesome ranch called Ox Ranch. It's like 600 acres of wild animals, from giraffes, you name it, they got it. And it's a hunting ranch, but they also
Do you
have...
shoot them?
Yeah,
You
you
shoot
shoot
them?
with a tank.
Well, yeah.
That's what they did last
They
year.
have tanks. They have
They
7
shot
tanks.
a giraffe with a tank.
I mean, you could, but I don't know
be a
if
pretty
anyone's
good
done
shot.
it.
I didn't know
It's
why
a
you
good
wouldn't.
idea. Yeah.
That's good content.
Yeah, so we'll be out there and we'll take a bunch of videos and pictures and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And that's when you figure out if you won the most dapper?
So they just announced like the top 4, and I did not make the top 4.
That's bullshit.
It's
However,
rigged.
and it's
They had
weird.
mail-in voting this year.
They probably
Yeah,
did.
that's
The
gonna for
machines,
sure
yeah, were
register.
probably
I blame
tampered with.
Zuckerberg.
But one of the 4 is a little fucking dog.
A dog?
He's a cute little dog, but how's the dog dapper?
Oh, man.
I mean, we're all in for the dogs,
Taz.
but
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Tactical Taz.
Oh,
Yeah.
he voted for Taz.
I don't blame you.
So no hard feelings, but so you're going down there,
Yeah.
and then we've been talking about doing some cool stuff. I think there's
Yeah.
going to be some, especially the experience in April. You
Yeah.
want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. What do we? Oh, so yeah, range day.
Yep.
Yeah, Thursday, April 14th. I have a range day coming up. Last range day we did in November. We gave a Smith & Wesson M&P away. We gave a Seahorse gun case away. T-shirts. We had cigars there. Thank you to United Cigars. Bunch of swag, and it was just a good time. We had a range, got to shoot steel, and it was a great day. And then we had an after party here at the Industrial.
And not only that, you go to the range and you can just open it up. You can just fire,
Yeah.
go through some movement, go through drills.
Yeah.
You have a trained instructor there who can help.
Yeah.
A very safe environment, very, very well done.
Yeah, most definitely. We had quite a few vendors there as well, showing off their firearms, and then we had a buddy of mine, Brandon, with F1 Firearms, who had full auto machine guns.
Nice.
Basically, so
The last time we went out there, I learned about shooting through a windshield. And if you're shooting through a windshield, where do you think the bullet is gonna deflect to? You think you should shoot? You should aim up.
well, if
aim
it's
at-
hitting, I would think it would go up.
it goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it
So
would
aim lower.
yeah,
aim lower and it will
Okay,
rise.
good, because that's.
I didn't.
Have you walked through a Walmart parking lot lately? I mean,
No.
you got to know where to shoot in the window.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
but you
Those
can
people are
shoot
crazy.
through cars. I mean, that was a cool
Yeah.
experience of using the different areas of the car to,
Yeah.
to really
Yeah.
acquire the target.
Yeah, it's not anything that you would ever. I mean, hopefully you're never in that situation, but if you were to be, now you know, aim 6 to 8 inches lower if you're shooting from the windshield to hit your target.
It's
Outside shooting.
From the inside of
from
your
the
car.
inside.
Shooting out.
Yeah, inside shooting out.
Oh, nice.
So if you got to pull
Did not
from
know
there,
that.
so yeah, so that's what's an interesting thing. But if somebody wants to register for that, where do they go?
Yeah, go to cigarsandguns.com, and you'll see under shop, you'll see the range day information there, and then you'll see a bunch of my stuff that I have for sale. I got some really nice rifles on there.
Join the Shirt of the Month Club, too.
Yeah, Shirt of
That
the
is
Month
so
Club
cool.
is coming up.
Every month you get a different shirt. You don't know what it is until you pull it out of the bag.
Yeah,
And it's everything is. They've all been great.
Yeah. I wore mine this morning when I was mountain biking. I just had a long sleeve and I just had that bright yellow shirt on in the
Oh,
morning.
nice.
I thought,
Yeah.
it definitely screams kind of get out of the way.
Yeah.
just
Everyone
don't
sees
tread
it.
on me. You know, you got the snake up there. They kind of slide out of the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
No, it's
Oh, he got rid of his hoodie.
you got rid of the.
We're
hoodie
going to have
and
to
get
frame the hoodie.
it- Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we got to frame the hoodie.
Oh no, but do yourself a favor. If you're not already following Cigars and Guns, just do it on all major platforms.
Yep.
Sign up for the range day. I promise you it's going to be worth it. It'll be part of a full United Great American Weekend we're
Yep.
speaking through.
Yep.
Oliver will be here. It's just going to be a blast.
Yeah, great
So,
times always.
Do it. Do it.
Good.
You want to
Yeah.
give us a sign off?
Yeah, definitely catch us every Saturday morning for Saturday at the Shop, 10-ish. Tuesdays for Cigar Talks, 8 p.m. And then we have
Size Matters on
Size
Thursday
Matters
night
Thursdays.
at about 8 o'clock. It gets off.
Basically, if you're on at any given evening, just go ahead and pop over because something's going live.
there's always
But here's the thing I would encourage people that live here, come in on Tuesday night because at about 10 minutes before the show on Tuesday night, we pull somebody out of the crowd to join us.
Yep.
And that has proven to be very successful, except
Yeah.
for this last week when you decided to
Yeah.
pull Nicole, the single most shy person on the planet.
So you got to break her out of her shell.
You broke something.
Yeah,
You
broken
broke her
employee.
head.
She's gone now.
Has she
Yeah.
been back? No.
Yeah.
No.
She hasn't been back yet.
Okay.
Hasn't been back
No,
yet.
she-
I figured.
No,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's
So,
all right.
That's that.
That is it.
We
Thanks
love
for
you.
joining, guys. Yeah.
Peace.
See ya.
We out. Bam. Good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for joining us.
You guys rock. I think we bounced back for what was 4 bullet points and no other content.
No, I think it's good thing is you do anything 192 times, and you may not get better, but you're not going to get worse.
That's a good point.
But I will tell you what, I looked at the old content in 2017 when we went to the show, and we were doing like the little on-camera things. I was embarrassed.
It was good for the time.
It was groundbreaking for the time, but I was embarrassed. I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, these guys suck.
Yeah.
Watching us just try to figure it out. Nobody had that, no one understood on-camera presence, like lighting your face up, look like you're excited to be on camera. None of us had that, and it was bad.
I like that first show that we did that we were arguing over what Cars and Cigars was going to be called. We were arguing over if we were announcing our first Cigar 101.
Well, you know how the show started, how Saturday at the Shop started. I just spoke about this the other day because I was too lazy to cut a 1-minute video a week. Because I was pre-producing them.
We have to frame that like a sports jersey.
Have you signed the shadow box?
That's you. That's your brand.
I think it would work.
JP without a hoodie on is like, that's crazy talk.
Bullied me into buying a jacket.
Congrats.
It looks good. You look classy. The white legs look good too. Oh, great song.
This is my favorite Fleetwood song right here.
Break it.
It's funny, it takes me straight to the IM3 office when you were next to Midlife.
Yeah.
For some reason, that's...
Yeah. I remember when Quentin started playing guitar, I sent him this song. I go, you learn how to play this, you're going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
That's one I was telling you about. So it's a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Dominican Corojo binder, then Jamaican Nicaraguan fill.
It's got age on it.
Yeah.
Almost looks like they ran in Connecticut or something. What was the binder? Habano?
Dominican Corojo. Yeah, it was really
Was there? That's Connecticut broadleaf.
Yeah.
It's toothy.
So that was.
That's the age, though.
There's Jason Hawley from Brand Development in Miami and Law Laura worked together on that. It was really good. I don't know how it didn't sell. Especially in California where we had where the shop I was at had a much heavier palate. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if anyone can
I'll give
recognize...
it a roll after I get this thing done.
Hang on. What's this from?
Dumb and Dumber.
What scene is it from?
Is this the on the
This
scooter?
is the diner.
Oh, the diner, yeah.
Seabass. Here's another one. This is actually a pretty good... This is actually
Yeah.
a really good album, or soundtrack for this. When I took Alessia on the date night last night, we took the Porsche and I put on like all the dip, all the Dr.
did ya?
Doolittle stuff, and it was so cool. She was in there. I put on like knee deep, flashlight, all that stuff. Like this is, I used to listen to all of this music sitting right where you're at, except I was always too big to sit in that seat.
This was like this song was on like when they were. It was like travel music. Was it where they were in the van?
No,
or?
this is when he throws a snowball at her face.
Oh, I love that scene.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
If you don't love me. What's up, Fish?
What's up, Fishy Fish? My man.
Next one, I might just need. I'll just play a couple Dumb and Dumber songs for him. It's a good. What episode did I put this as? 193.
193. How did the Sasquatch turn out?
It was getting a lot of early traction to it. That's for sure.
I didn't see it.
There was a lot of comments on it.
Should have talked about the Super Bowl. I guess it's going to be on tomorrow. We're going to be here.
Yeah.
Burnett is asking is the tickets a first come first serve. Actually, you know what? I was thinking this morning when I got up, we should have gave Burnett a shout out to say we got a guy here that is the ultimate fan. He sat there and watched the Bengals not win anything for years, and now he's got his guy. So
That I just don't understand. I just don't understand where people just sit and watch that stuff. But just sit outside on a Saturday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning and get a
Freezing
whiskey
ass
that
cold.
tastes like everything else, right? Yeah, I mean, there's already 800 views on that video. 10 comments,
I want to
67
hear the
likes.
volume.
To go like... But the beauty with small things, and I'm going to start cutting them a little bit shorter, is if it scores as a full watch, so if we can get it to 12 seconds and it's a full watch, I think it scores it up because it shows people who watch the full video.